Hi everybody, welcome to this short overview of the Environment and Development Masters at the School of Earth and Environment at the University of Leeds. I'm Jenny Hodbod. I'm going to talk you through our programme today and why we are excited that you're considering the kind of cutting edge programme we offer that will train you in both theory and practice related to sustainable development. So, why would you study environment and development? Well, sustainable development and environmental management are two of the really key challenges faced by the Global South, and that's the geographic focus of this degree programme. This is a topical and fast-growing field. There's lots of research happening, there's lots of practice through non-profits and government organisations, and so there are a lot of opportunities to take what you learn in a programme in this space and move into a career that really offers you the chance to make a real difference in the world. Our Masters gives you that platform. It's going to give you the kind of theoretical grounding and knowledge to investigate those debates around sustainable development, understand the challenges with it associated with international development in particular, and also that kind of solutions focus. So how do we achieve environmental, social, and economic sustainable systems in the future? Because we have so much research happening in the school, and particularly within the Sustainability Research Institute, that unit takes the lead in delivering this programme, and we really frame it around three core elements that influence our research in the SRI as well. So interdisciplinary approaches, using the cutting edge research that we are doing as staff and using that to influence the teaching that we do, so that both you are taught kind of the most recent research findings, but also that we prepare you to be able to go out and do research yourself and research-based teaching. And also this solutions focus. So teaching you about both critiques of framing of problems and how to kind of critically analyze potential solutions and then implement them as well. Through the programme, that we really have that shift then from kind of theory to practice. So generally, the programme will offer a high quality interdisciplinary training, particularly, as I said, framed around the operations of the Global South and using that to inform sustainable development. In the first semester, we start with the more theoretical and kind of core groundings through some compulsory elements. So we want you to immerse yourself in theory and develop this common language because it is quite an interdisciplinary programme as well. So you'll be in classes with folks who come from sociology, geography, history, English, folks who've done IT and GIS, folks who've done more economics. So we want you all to come together and develop this common language for how to discuss environment and development. In the first semester in particular, therefore, you'll have classes that help you understand how the environment is governed, what key global inequalities have developed based on those governance systems, and what the resulting development challenges are. Through every class will help you build critical thinking skills. We really want you to be able to analyze what you're reading and situations, be able to synthesize information from different contexts, and then evaluate it critically so that you can move forwards, knowing that you've done that based on a good level of kind of review of the data, literature, whatever you have in front of you. We're also going to ground you in research methods because you'll go on to use those in your dissertation. So with that broad kind of introduction in the first semester, which is really helping create this common language and base set of knowledge that everyone moves on from, you then get to specialize and think about what types of knowledge and skills you might want, either for particular interest areas, because you want to go into a specific industry, etc. So there are three broad themes that you can pick to kind of specialize. One is more about the kind of experiential learning in development. The second is framed around climate change and development. And the third is more around ecological economics. Now you can take one of these paths and do a couple of different classes in them, or you can kind of pick and choose for a mix of them. Up to you on what kind of suits your interests and where you think you're headed after the programme. And we'll just say a bit more that even if you don't pick the experiential learning theme, you will get that throughout your degree. So in the first week, we had this induction week field trip. That's generally somewhere we went to Hebden Bridge this year to help understand kind of the context of where you are in Yorkshire and get to know the colleagues from your programme. We then have a course called Environment and Development Case Study from Theory to Practice. So this is based on long-term research partnerships that SRI has in Tanzania, and you get to interact with them through this unique case study context, integrating both academic research as well as perspectives from local communities and other types of stakeholders like nonprofits. This class will help you develop a kind of really detailed understanding of one particular example of sustainable development, both challenges and opportunities, and help you bring in kind of how the theory fits within that real world experience. We anticipate this is returning to an in-person version in 23-24, but keep an eye on the course module overview for that. There will also be other forms of experiential learning throughout any of our classes, but that will culminate in the dissertation. So this course is 180 credits, 120 of those are based within classes, and then a 60 credit project that you do over the summer in the third semester is your dissertation. And this is, again, up to you to use to kind of fit best with your interests. We can absolutely help create links if that's of interest with kind of sustainability, environment or development organisations, whether in the UK or internationally, or you can do something more independently. And what you will do is an individual research project, building on the theory and practice and skills that you've learned in the previous 2 semesters. So where do you go with this degree? Well, there's lots of different pathways open. Lots of folks go into further research, and kind of the master's is just that first step in kind of learning the research process. So they might go on to a PhD. We have a lot of folks that go into development and environmental management, NGOs, non-profits and think tanks, but simultaneously also that go into the more policy side to do with government ministries and agencies, or even on the kind of intergovernmental organisations like the UN agencies. And then we also have folks that go into business, because, you know, this can be really important for especially businesses that are developing in the global south to inform their practices are sustainable in all spheres of that kind of framing. Through our programme, because of the links we have through our own applied research, you'll have the chance to kind of build on those relationships and meet folks during the programme, both in kind of different industries in environment and development and across the world. And you'll also be you'll be given an academic personal tutor or an advisor who will help you understand kind of, you know, what the career paths are, what types of dissertations might suit you, and how you can align skills that you can demonstrate through your dissertation work to suit kind of potential employers you might want to go work with in the future. So generally, this programme is based on a lot of kind of expert practical and theoretical teaching made up of a really diverse programme team. So like I said, the Sustainability Research Institute leads this. We are mostly made up of social scientists, economists, and folks that kind of branch into development studies. We also have folks on the more environmental side, and particularly thinking about conservation and conservation social science. We also link with folks from the School of Politics and International Studies, who obviously are also thinking about issues like globalization and development, as well as the industry partners. And once you graduate, you'll be equipped with this extensive set of knowledge, skills, and practical experience that is going to make you sought after by both the public and private sectors, because you'll be well trained to start implementing sustainability solutions and address those challenges we talked about at the beginning related to sustainable economic development and environmental management. So I welcome you to join our illustrious alumni and kind of enhance your career prospects by taking our course. If you have any further questions, this is my email. There's lots of details on the website kind of that breaks down the course in more details. And we look forward to meeting you soon, hopefully.